Hello everybody, my name is Jai and welcome back to my channel. So if you looked at the thumbnail and you read the title, you would know that there's actually quite a few exciting things to look at and unbox. But before we do look at all these items that I have to show you, I would just like to say that we have nearly hit 500 subscribers on this channel, nearly half a thousand. I would like to say, honestly, a massive thank you for all of you people who have subscribed to my channel. It's been quite a long time, but yeah, I mean, we finally have nearly hit 500 subscribers. I'm currently at 483 subscribers, so if I'm correct, I'm pretty sure that means I've only got 17 more subscribers to go, and then I've hit half a thousand, which I got to admit, to me that's kind of insane that they have nearly half a thousand of you who have subscribed to me and, you know, want to watch my content. So I would just like to say a massive thank you to that. But with that cringy message out of the way, so let's get started with looking at some items that I've got and that we are going to unbox. So we'll first take a look at this corner, where as you can see I've got a few coaches and a locomotive as well. So if you have looked at my last video, in a matter of fact, you would know that I actually ran a 10-pack set from Auscision. It was the Ghan, obviously. And as you can see, and if you did watch that video, you would have seen 3 of these coaches. Well, this is them, and this is what they look like inside the packaging. So yeah, so you can only get, for what I can see, you can only get the Ghan Platinum coaches as they are, separately. So I decided to get 3 of these. These were about $150 each, and as you can see, I got, like I said before, 3 of them, which is pretty much a standard of what the real Ghan has anyway. It has between 3 and 5, I think, but someone can correct me if I'm wrong. So we've got those to unbox. We've also got a new locomotive, and again, if you have watched the last video, you would know that I have done this was running with the Ghan set, but this is a 80 class locomotive in Pacific National. So again, we'll take a closer look at that in a sec. Now we move up to the better things, what you guys have most likely came here to see. And that is the 10-pack passenger car sets. As you can see, I've actually got another one here. So all up, I've actually got 2 of these Ghan sets. So all up, I've got 2 of these passenger car sets. One of them being the Ghan, and another one, which I actually got just yesterday, the Great Southern. So let me quickly show you the Ghan first. So this is a 10-car set, and I got this probably about a couple months ago. But as you can see, this is from Auscision Models, and it is really heavy. If you're actually wondering, this thing weighs a ton. So this is, as you can see on the side here, this is the Ghan in the Mark III livery. So I'm pretty sure, if I'm correct, it's from 1998 to 2002. Yeah, I was actually correct. So I got these. I should also mention that I actually got all this stuff from Toy World, which is where I get most of my stuff these days. So these things were actually for sale. Well, for what I know, it was a clearance sale. So these things were originally $1,450. So these things were obviously not that cheap, but apparently they wanted to do some clearance sale, so they ended up putting them down for $1,200. So you ended up saving over $250, which, you know, to me, it's not too bad. And here's the other 10-pack set. This is the Great Southern, as you can see. And as you can see, they are pretty much the same. Some of the coaches are in a bit of a different location, different areas. I mean, obviously, unlike the Ghan, you don't get the platinum coaches in the Ghan set, where in this one you do. So you do get 2 platinum coaches with this Great Southern set. And as you can see on the side here, this is obviously what I was talking about, the clearance sale. So as you can see, it's the Great Southern passenger car set. Was originally $1,450. Now it's $1,200. Save $250. Now I should mention that the majority of these 10-pack sets have now gone, unfortunately. There is one left that I know, and that being one more of this Ghan set that I just showed you. Still marked at the same price, about $1,200. So if you do want to get the Ghan 10-pack set for the $1,200 and you are in the Toy World area in Geelong, then I'd recommend you trying to either buy it or try to put it on lay-by, which is what I did. Because, yeah, I had to put these 2 on lay-by, which is no surprise because these were so expensive. But still, for $1,200, if you ask me, it's still not bad. Another thing I guess I'll quickly do is just show you the back, if you're wondering what the back looks like. So it's just really like a big picture of the Auscision models, instructions and like selfies, as you can see. And if we look on the side here, you can see it's obviously it gives you all the information of what it is. So obviously we all know that the Great Southern is pretty much brand new. The real thing only launched in 2019. So obviously at the moment this is its current paint scheme, and we'll probably stay like that for a while. So the Great Southern, in regards, especially the real one, is actually very new indeed. So far it's only like 2-3 years old, if I'm correct. But anyway, so those are the well, that is all the stuff that we're going to be unboxing today. Obviously, no doubt you're mostly excited for the 2 10-pack sets, which I know I am. So without further ado, let's head down to my kitchen table and get into the goodness and unbox all these things. Alright, so that's everything on the table. So, what should we unbox first? Well, I think even though a few of you might be a bit surprised, I'm actually going to start by opening up the locomotive first. As it's pretty much separate from the rest of the items. I mean, as you can see, the rest of the items are just coaches, so we'll quickly get this locomotive out of the way and then we'll get into the good stuff. So, let's begin. So, like I said before, this is a 80 class locomotive from Auscision Models. This one is 8033 in Pacific National livery. So I got this at Toy World for $2.95. It is a DC model, as you can clearly see. So at Toy World they still have a pretty good collection of these. The majority of these are DC, but there is still a few DCC models. They do have 2 more in the Pacific National livery, so if you are curious or wanting to get an 80 class in the Pacific National livery, then now you know where to find it. Well, there's still 2 left. Anyway, enough fooling around, let's open up this locomotive. Boring instructions. A block of ice, as everyone likes to call it. So yes, here is 8033 in Pacific National livery. As long as the camera focuses, we'll get some better shots. There you go. So, if you've watched my last video when I was at the Corio Model Railway Club, you would have actually seen this loco pull the Ghan set. And that is correct. This is the loco that I used for the Ghan set. As you can see, it is very nicely detailed. If you even look carefully enough, as you can see, you got, believe it or not, those are actually real metal chains. So it's pretty cool how they actually were able to get that in there. That does cause a problem though, and that's, for what I can see, is when you try to undo the body, the chain actually seems to be connected between the bogies and the shell. So I have a feeling the way you have to, well, I have a feeling the way you would have to pull this loco apart for maintenance, for example, I would have a feeling you'd have to take out the chain somehow. And then after, when you're done maintaining whatever you're doing with it, even if that's in the DCC chip, then you've got to try to screw it back in. I think that's the way it works. But all in all, as you can see, it is a pretty nice looking model. I think it looks pretty nice in the Pacific National livery. However, there is one complaint I do have, and let me quickly show you. As you can see, the body actually lifts up a little bit, which isn't really that good. So when I first got this wasn't actually a problem. It was when I was trying to re-glue something on it. As soon as I lifted it up gently, then this thing came popping up. Well, the shell did. So unfortunately, I have a feeling that I just got like a damaged locomotive, unfortunately. So just be aware of that. As you can see, it does lift up. So there's a bit of a bummer, and I will admit I do think I can criticise the model for that. I do think it's kind of just a problem from the factory, which is quite annoying. So just be aware that the shell, at least on my one, does pop out. So obviously a screw or something was taken out somehow. You know, there was some screw is missing from it, because obviously the body's not meant to do that. But anyway, that's the only criticism I have with this locomotive. Anyway, that, I'm pretty sure, concludes the locomotive. Now let's have a look at the thing you've all been waiting for, the rolling stock. Alright, so the logo's out of the way. The next thing we're going to look at is one of the platinum coaches from the Ghan, which is in a single type of box. For what I can see, you can only get the platinum coaches for the Ghan in these boxes. They don't come in the 10-pack like the Great Southern. So anyway, let's open this up. Now, what's pretty cool about this type of, in a way, boxing is that it comes in with a plastic but a pretty strong glass-looking shell, which does look pretty cool. And as you can see, we do have our own little coupler. Well, these are meant to be extra couplers. The model does have couplers in it, but I just think that what these couplers are actually meant for is, say if you've got more tighter curves than what is recommended, you can put these couplers in, and then I guess the coaches can, when hooked together, the couplers are a bit more further away from well, I'm not sure what to call them, but the little black things over there, where the carriages in a way connect so people can walk from carriage to carriage. So I think that's the way it is. But anyway, without further ado, here is one of the platinum coaches. I should also mention, for what I can see, you can only get them in this particular with this particular logo in it. So this is from 2009 to the current Ghan. So the real Ghan is still using this particular font, which, you know, pretty good. But yeah, so that's the sides of it, and as you can see, it's pure black pretty much. There are windows on it, but I'm not sure if you're meant to see them or not. But if we go up a little closer, you can see that it's got a platinum there. And when we move up to the top, it's just kind of generic, really. Pretty generic. The other side is pretty much the same, as you can see. Underneath, of course, you've got the cute little Auscision models stamp on there, which does look pretty good. You do have some alright cab detailing. Cab detailing. Under frame detailing. My apologies. And of course, the sides. Which do look pretty nice. So you can see they're pretty much the same. So yeah, so that is the platinum carriage, and obviously I've got two more, but I'm not going to bother opening them up because they're pretty much the same. So without further ado then, let's get into the main picture. Let's start looking at these behemoths. Alright, here we go. The moment that most of you have been waiting for. So, I'm going to start by opening up this set, the Ghan set, the one from 1998 to 2002 livery. And we're going to open it up and see what she's like inside. So, let's do it. Now, one thing to know about these boxes is that they can be very fiddly to unbox, unfortunately. But as you can see, I'm a pro at this. I just got it off very quickly. It does come with some plastic paper. And I'll just pop it over here. Yeah, let me get you a better shot. So there you go. That is all the coaches, exactly how it would be when you got the packaging. So, like I said before, as you can see here, so these over here are a whole bunch of couplers, which I explained before when I opened it up, the Platinum coach. I'm assuming these are meant to be different couplers in case of your layout is too small or the corners are too sharp, and these are, I'm assuming, you put them on and they spread the coaches out a bit more. It does make it look a bit more unrealistic, but I mean, at the end of the day, who cares about realism if you can't even run the thing, you know? So, I think that's what those couplers are there for. So, anyway, without further ado, let's actually undo the packaging and look at each carriage. Alright, so we'll start off by unconnecting these little pins that are holding the model in place, holding the packaging in place. There you go, look, already a bit of detail off. Okay guys, you know what, I'm not even going to open it anymore, I'm going to get a refund. I want my $1,200 back because of this one little piece. Enough jokes. Let's go on. Let's get on to the unboxing. There we go. And there they are. So let's waste no more time and have a look at one of the coaches. We'll look at the very first coach. Now, do keep in mind, I've got no idea what these coaches are called. I know that obviously you're meant to get like buffet cars and obviously the luggage cars and sleeper cars, but unfortunately I'm not a expert at knowing where each carriage is, so anyone that does have the knowledge of knowing where each carriage is meant to go and what each carriage is, please let me know in the comments. But anyway, no more fooling around. Here is the first coach, and I'm assuming it's a power van or a luggage car. And as you can see, it does look very nice, as it should. So here is the fronts, and as you can see, there are, in fact, no surprise, there are working lights on these coaches, as in my opinion there would want to be. But yeah, so this is obviously the first carriage of the train, well, first and last, depending on what way the train is travelling. As long as the camera focuses, we'll get some better shots. Yeah, there you go, I think that's a bit better. Alright, there we go, I think that might be a little bit better. Sorry about the blurriness, guys. I should let you know that we will take a better and closer look at each of these carriages after when I do take them out. But as you can see, there is a ladder on the right side of that coach, on that end. Here is the top, which also has fans, grills. Yeah, so I will admit the top does look very nice. And I will admit it does weigh pretty heavy too for a coach. It actually does weigh quite heavy. And then that's the underneath. So that is, I'm assuming, like the luggage slash power van. So that is the first carriage. Let's move up to the second one. Now again, I've really got no idea what any of these carriages are. Like, you know, I'm not sure what order they're in. So I'm assuming there's like some like typical sleeper coach. Yeah, so there's the sides. Fronts are pretty much the same. There you go, and there's the top, pretty plain. The other side is a bit different on the other side. Yeah, so that's cool. So that's the second carriage. Let's move on to the third carriage. So here is the third carriage. As you can see, it does look very nice, as per usual, as it would want to be. We've got the fronts. Sorry if it is blurry, but yeah, nothing I can do about it. Journey Beyond Rail, I'm pretty sure that says. The text is too small for me to read now, so apologies. There's the top, pretty much the same. And there's underneath. So yeah, pretty cool. Next car, this one definitely looks a slight bit different. So yeah, I mean that one looks like it's pretty much the same coach, so yep, pretty much the same. To the next row. Again, this one looks like it's pretty much the same coach. So yep, pretty cool. Next coach we have is a bit of a different one actually. Yep, pretty cool. Probably not going to really bother doing the fronts anymore because I mean they're all pretty much the same. So next carriage, nearly there. Over halfway now. There's the next passenger coach. Again, pretty much the same. Although this one is a bit different. So I'm pretty certain that this would be like classed as the dining car. Very, very certain it would be. So, funny story, it's actually the same as this carriage just over here. So, well, it is a slight bit different, I guess, actually. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure that would be classed as the buffet car. So, yep. Next, is, yeah, pretty much the same thing like I said before, though I guess it is a bit different. Is, I guess, another type of buffet car. So, yep. Second last coach is just a standard coach, I'm pretty sure. Yep. And we finally move into that last one now. Very sure this one will be classed as the luggage van. And here it is. This one also does weigh pretty heavy. So yeah, I'm pretty sure this will be like the actual luggage van. There's so many little bits of detail that I'm trying to not accidentally break off. It's so many little pieces you don't know. It looks like that there isn't much detail on them, but trust me, there's tons of detail. I think I've already like dropped a couple, but oh well, it happens sometimes. So obviously, like the first coach in the set, you do get some lights. So obviously, when you go around the track, it does light up, and then there's the top for you. And if you're wondering what the instructions are, I'll take out this. These are what the instructions do look like. Yeah, that's a bit better. It just shows how many different little accessories and like little parts this entire thing has. It's crazy to think that these wagons that don't look that heavily detailed actually are. So anyway, that is the Ghan set out of the way now. So there they all are there. So I've just tried to keep them in order, and I put them back in the box. So yeah, so that's all the coaches from the Ghan set. Now I'm going to pack this one up, and we're going to check out, well, you know what we're checking next. The Great Southern. Alright, so the Ghan coaches have now been put away. Now it is time to get into our final unboxing, which is going to be the Great Southern 10-pack set. So obviously, because it's the Great Southern set is very similar to the Ghan. I mean, it's really not that much different, apart from like maybe a few coaches being in a few different places. And the fact that this one actually comes with a couple of platinum coaches inside of it. Yeah, so anyway, so move that out the way. And here is the Ghan set. Sorry, the Great Southern set. Oh goodness me. So same thing. We'll undo the clips, and then we'll slowly take each carriage out and have a look. So again, we will undo the clips, which are just here. One of the coaches is trying to escape. Oh, the last one. I slipped the one in the middle. There we go. Alright, that was a bit more harder. Probably because this is the first time this one's been opened. I should mention this. The Great Southern has not been opened yet, so this is the first look for me. So let's take out the carriages, shall we? So we'll start with the first one, like last time, which is pretty much identical to the Ghan. Although obviously the difference is that it doesn't have the the logos on it. So yeah, so it's pretty much the same coach. The bit of a difference, I guess, is the front here. It's got a bit more of a modern look, obviously, because this is meant to be set in 2019. So yeah, so like I say, it's the same type of coach. So yep, pretty good. That's the first one. Let's put that back in there. Let's now get the second one out. So we have another fallen piece. Fantastic. Here we go. Here is the Great Southern logo on there, which does look very nice. Obviously, like I said, we'll get into closer shots soon, but what's cool about this set is that it actually has the platinum stickers and gold stickers on all of these carriages pretty much, which is obviously pretty good. But yeah, so that's the side. Here is obviously the frontal rear. Other side. I should also mention the nice little doors here. Obviously they don't open, but what do you expect? And then here's underneath, so pretty random, but still cool nonetheless. So the next one is actually a gold. Yeah, it's a gold one. Yeah, as you can see on the front there. If the camera was nice and actually didn't blur it all out. Come on, camera. There we go, that's a bit better. Like saying, we will take a better look at these later on, as I'll do some videos or pictures of these carriages close up, so you can see more of the detail. No, there's again the Great Southern logo, I should say. So yep. Obviously there's a side. Let's see, there's the top. Yep. Next is, well, again I don't know what these coaches are called, but this is another gold coach, as you can see. It's got the gold sticker on it. That's what I like about these particular ones, how they've got like the gold and platinum on them. Pretty cool. So yeah, I'm pretty sure like all the sides are going to be the same. And then yeah, you've got the underneath framework. Just move these coaches out the way a little bit. Next is when we move up to one of the platinum coaches, which again you didn't get in the Ghan set. So here we go, here's the platinum. Again, looks very nice. Hopefully the camera is focusing. Yeah, cross fingers, like by the time I look at this that the camera hasn't just been blurring the whole time. I hope that's not the case. But obviously I won't find out until I have finished doing this, but by then it'll be too late. Next we have another golden coach of some sort. As you can see, it says gold. There's the top. Yeah, I really hope this camera isn't like being a pain in the ass and like blurring out. Excuse my French, by the way. So yeah, again, pretty cool. Yeah, next is obviously a coach I don't know. Well, that's pretty much all the coaches. Yes, this is definitely, I would say, a buffet car, as you'll see in a minute. So there's one side, but if we turn to the other side, voila. So Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's a buffet car. For all I know, it could be a sleeper car, but I have a feeling it's the buffet car. Alright, you know, kind of give me a break, because I've never actually been on any of these long distance trains before. So I've got no idea what order these things are even meant to be in to begin with. So bear that in mind. Alright, let's coach. Alright, next one is a platinum one, I think. Yes, it is. Platinum coach of some sort. Again, looks pretty nice. Yeah, it's a bit different, this one. This one, it looks a bit cool. I mean, there's a platinum sticker right there. Hopefully the camera's focusing properly, which knowing my luck, again, it probably isn't. Now we move on to the second platinum coach, which is pretty much identical to the last one. So, yeah. Yep, that's pretty much the same. Now we move on to the final coach to unbox, and that is, of course, the luggage van. It could be the power van, I've got no idea. Again, someone in the comments that might know can tell me if I'm right or wrong. Anyway. Yeah, so that's the luggage van, which is pretty bare bones, isn't it? But yeah, so that is essentially everything now. Alright, sorry about that. I accidentally just pressed a button that I shouldn't have, but that was an accident. But anyway, we're back. So yeah, so obviously the box is empty, and here are all the coaches. So I'll spread them out a little bit, take some pictures of it, and then we'll actually have a closer look at all of them in detail in my room on the white backdrop that hasn't been used since Christmas time, when I reviewed the DCC NRs. So hey, the backdrop is finally being used again. Alright, so here are all the coaches, just spread it out so you get a better look at them. So obviously this is the end of the 10-pack sets. That's obviously the luggage van, and then we move on to one of the platinum ones. And we'll just slowly make our way across. So what do you think, folks? Do you think it's worth the money, $1,200? Or would you be happy to spend the $1,450 that this thing was originally? I'm kind of interested. Let me know in the comments below. But yeah, there you go. So that's the entire unboxing now over and done with. Now I'm gonna quickly do some either videos or pictures of just showing the wagons, and just talking about some of my thoughts, whether, you know, they're good or bad. And at the moment, I'm really liking these characters, so I'll highly doubt if there is anything to criticise, there won't be that much to complain about. So without further ado, let me take you to the good old white backdrop, and let's have a look at every one of these carriages in closer detail. Alright, so that was a look at all the coaches. Hopefully you saw some really good shots inside the carriages especially. Now, I will admit, inside some of those carriages are actually quite a crazy amount of detail, I've got to admit. Anyway, so that was us looking at all the detailing inside. Now I'm going to actually pack all this stuff up and actually head to the Corio Model Railway Club. So, I'll see you there.
Aha, this kid I used to like these novel. And I want you to look at the train set. They are boarded up, boarded up, boarded up, boarded up, boarded up, boarded up. Did you put any Lego people on it?
No.
Why are you filming me? I need to. Thanks.
Alright, I think I'm going to end the video here as we are now reaching the 1 hour mark. So I think it's time that I give all of you guys my opinions on these coaches that I got from Auscision Models. And the one thing I got to say is these characters are absolutely beautiful, and I got to admit they're definitely, in fact beautiful isn't even the right word, I would say awesome would be the correct word for this, because the carriages do run very smoothly. The carriages have really good interiors, like after when we saw some of the pictures that I showed you, as well as all the detailing on the carriages, including underneath. It's pretty stunning, as well as performance wise, which I guess I sort of did talk about before, but performance wise they do run beautifully as well. They are really good free rolling carriages. So, and it also makes it better the fact that I got these for $1,200, remember. The two 10-pack sets were $1,200, which, if you ask me, it's a really good bargain, especially considering how detailed these coaches are and all that type of stuff. So, if there's any complaints that I do have, there's two criticisms I would like to give to these coaches. One is sort of just is a bit nitpicky, but one is actually a bit more reasonable. The first one I'll do is a nitpicky one, and that's just the fact that there were a few bits of detail that were loose in the packaging. It's just a bit annoying how that happens, and you know, I mean, it is a bit annoying, but I have glued all those pieces back on, so there's no big drama with that. The other issue I have is with a couple of the coaches actually. The couplers on them, for some reason, I wouldn't say were broken, but some of them were not hooking up properly. So I had to ended up changing a few of the couplers on some of the coaches, just so some coaches would hook together. So that's the one that I think is a bit more annoying, as I had to buy couplers to fix them up. So unfortunately, it was a bit, I guess you could say, a little bit of damage to some of the coaches and all that. I mean, it could have possibly been me just, you know, taking them back home, but I did make sure that I was very careful when I did take these things home. But anyway, so those were my only two complaints. But yeah, so that's my review on the Ghan and Great Southern 10-pack sets, as well as all the 3 separate platinum coaches as well. I hope you guys did enjoy this review. This is the first review I've done since Christmas time, so it's been a while. So I hope you guys weren't too bored with this video. So I guess one more thing I want to say is down in the comments below, let me know what you thought of this video. If you've got any valid criticism you want to give me, so you can tell me how to upgrade my videos or make them better. And another comment I would like you to say is, if you can, is which 10-pack set did you like better? Did you like the Ghan set, or did you like the Great Southern set? I would be very interested to know. But all in all, guys, that is the end of the video. I hope you guys, again, did enjoy this review. I know I surely did. Especially getting to run them. It was really cool to see them all run together in that one massive long train. And I hope to run them at the Crime on the Railway Club very soon. Like saying, that's it from me, guys. Again, I hope you did enjoy, and I will see you in my next review, I guess. Or I'll see you in the next video, whenever that is. So take care, and see you all later.
Help me.